Feature Friday.
The freshest. Alright, so we're checking out some BTS live performances.
Yeah, it turns out we don't know that much of them in Japan.
That's right, and what I like about this, that when you recommended this particular video, you said that this is one of the most sought after live performances that they've ever done, like after this happened. A lot of people go back to watch this one.
Ooh, nice.
And the Ghost Band is super prevalent in this performance.
Let's go!
So let's have a look. This is, Silver Spoon
I don't know how you pronounce it.
Baepsae?
Baepsae.
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 I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure you'll let me know.
Spoon.
Let's have a look. Whoop! How fun! Baepsae.
Baepsae. J-Hope's energy is mental. Look at him. Oh, so he's talking about real shit.
Listen to that freaking live band, though.
Haha, he's so young. 2016.
Okay.
Jungkook's probably the one that's aged the most, right? Because Jimin has not aged at all.
Who has changed the most? I don't think he has aged. Like, his face looks the same, but like...
But isn't aging like you also, like how you change and
Morph.
look like... Yeah, like you mature, right?
Well,
I guess he was the
suppose.
youngest, right? So he's the one that's gonna mature the most.
Who you're gonna see
in
the
look.
change on the most, I suppose? Yeah,
Yeah,
perhaps.
because like none of them... I mean, I don't know what the fuck type of skincare they have. But they literally look the same from to that...
Since they debuted.
No, when they debuted, you could tell baby faces, everyone. Especially because of the haircuts. I think it emphasized the baby features. But like even the RM's crazy hair.
Oh my god, RM's crazy crest.
But now, like from 2000 and maybe 13 to 14 until now, they look the same except for
pretty consistent, yeah.
Except for JK, who looks like
Completely
he looks like a
different,
grown ass man now. Like,
yeah, he does.
and he's gonna look like that until he's 60,
That is so cool.
which is crazy, right?
That is so cool.
Because in Korea you only age 3 times. You age when you're 0 to a teenager,
Okay.
right? And then at teenager you age again at adulthood, and then at adulthood you only age once more for elderly at 70.
Nice.
Because the skincare is supreme.
Supreme indeed. I think honestly, I just enjoy watching them live because there is such a special element that it's very theirs, and it doesn't matter the environment in which they're performing live. It doesn't matter whether they have a live band or they're playing with a track, or if they're playing to 60,000 people, or if they're playing online. The whole essence of watching BTS performing live, it's actually such a brilliant experience. The professionalism goes beyond the synchronicity of choreography. It goes beyond the level of high quality vocals. It's all of those elements coming together, and when you dissect it and watch individual members, you realize that they're all so individualistic in their takes, but then they're so cohesive together.
Yeah, we've mentioned it before.
It sparks so much of my
sure this is
wild
I'm sure
thinking.
this is recent in people's memories, because I know a lot of you guys that are watching from the US just saw them in LA and stuff, like in the Permission to Dance concert. So yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of evidence to prove that comment you just made. And also I think what's really cool is like their intent and delivery of things, regardless of where they are. We've seen them so much online, we've seen them so much in places where there's no audience, and it hasn't differed. Their energy and their intent is probably even better live because they feed off of the energy of people.
That's
It's
right.
really
That's
impressive.
right. It's crazy. I love to watch them live. Also, vocal stamina is just another game here.
Nice.
Don't say.
My teacher was born with it all.
He's so cool, man.
Maintain. What a banger!
Oh! Oh, the live band makes the whole difference here.
Oh, these blazers are sick.
I could watch that man all the time.
Oh, okay, dog. Check it a rapper.
He can do everything.
Kidding me.
What a banger of a song, right?
The lyrics is actually like,
It's so cool, right?
holy shit. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, kill him, dog.
Oh, let's go! Sick.
Freaking cool.
I love the drum in there as well.
Oh, it finished.
I love the drum in there. You know what's cool is like, so the lyrics, it's like, I never thought about that approach, right? Like saying that, you know, this generation, obviously given the difficulties of what we've had, because I guess this generation, what's the generation, the millennials, right? Because they are millennials, all of them.
Yes,
basically,
they are.
Except for
Except for
JK,
JK,
who's
yeah.
Generation Z, which is me,
Yeah.
apparently.
Which is me.
But it's that, like, the millennials and Gen Z, which are obviously always told, like, your life, it's easier than the previous generation. You know, you were born in the medical and scientific field explosion.
Yeah.
But,
Complete revolution.
so I guess this is a callback to that, you know, modern solutions and also modern problems. And to some extent, the issues that we're facing now, that this generation's having to deal with now. And I think that's why it's not like you didn't see it in the past. I mean, young people always thought they had the answer to all the fucking issues.
That's right.
Comes with youth and ego. But it is the generation where, because we have so much information available, we're able to look at issues closer than before.
That's right.
And it reverses as like a Uno reverse card of like, maybe this is the hardest generation, the hardest problems we're facing them now rather than in the past. Again, it's a very youthful way of looking at the world, because the generation which is going through the issues is always going to think, fuck,
Yeah,
this
we're
is the
in
hardest.
it deep.
I can
yeah.
guarantee you the young generation, the 20s to 30s, during, 1950s, we're thinking this is the hardest shit we've ever seen. The 1940s, the hardest. In the 1920s, I'm sure they were the same. 1850s, I'm sure, you know what I mean? So it's cyclical, it always happens, and I think that's what us young people kind of forget about, that we think we have it, these are the hardest issues and it's the end of the world and fucking think everything's fucked, but it's just how it feels, right?
I love that, yes, but it's correct.
It's like global
it's correct.
warming and fucking issues, societal issues left and right, inequality, and it's like, this isn't new shit,
That's right, that's right.
And are we the ones that could make a difference? Certainly, we could be the generation that could make a difference, but rather than thinking as a generation, it's probably easier to think as people and sort out solutions one by one, figure out solutions one by one, without thinking is the generational responsibility of things. Because
Yeah,
what the
I
fuck
agree.
does that even mean? That's such a complex concept.
Well, it's so big that nobody can hold on to
But then
it.
that also means that the whole generation has to
Too
agree on
abstract.
everything.
Exactly,
That's
it's
wild.
so abstract, and I think that's taken away the beauty of being young and learning and making mistakes and understanding and disagreeing with things. I think it's a really important. I think it's important to be exposed to opposite ways of thinking. You have to. Like, where's the growth gonna come from if everybody else agrees
And this is the interesting
to
thing.
one way of thinking?
And this is the intriguing part about art and the music of that, you know, you can generally tell there was some time taken into it and some thought, and the lyricism has some meaning behind it. And like, you know, BTS's music, it ignites this type of conversation, and it ignites this kind of inspection, I guess, as well, of looking at the world and figuring out whatever their perspective may be, whether you agree with it or not. It's still a relevant
It's
viewpoint.
an expose
Because it comes from somewhere, and I think because it's resonated with so many people,
right.
it must be true to a lot of them. So looking at it in that way, it certainly is helpful, and it aids understanding the world in other people's eyes. But
Definitely.
that's what happens when you listen to good music. It goes past then analysing or reviewing a track, and it goes way beyond that, and even talking about generational issues, which is brilliant.
It's I think it's part of the experience when good music ignites thought-provoking conversation, because at the end of the day, that's what marks humanity. That music has marked humanity for
Art also.
for various different reasons, and not just beauty or I don't know, entertainment. It has marked it for a lot of exposing different thoughts and you know, combining it with personal issues and understanding of emotions, and it's all about the complexity of being human. And I think when you have songs that lyrically expose a point of view in such a easy to digest manner, I mean, you're talking
Pretty
about a genius level type of composition. It's pretty
music, well,
awesome.
good band, man. I love the Ghost Band. I wish everyone show them all the love they possibly can, especially because
Absolutely.
if you're a fan of BTS, I think you have to be a fan of the Ghost Band.
I totally agree
It
with
should be
that.
a prerequisite to be part of the fan club. So yeah, let us know what you guys thought about it, and goodbye.